how long does it take for cravings to go away? I wish there was like one answer for this, but there's not, because you learn as you go along what triggers you and what makes you crave. So like for example, in the very early stages, I would find like going to the cash point a massive trigger, and because that's the only time I ever got cash out was for Coke. So like I'd find that a massive trigger, and then it would make me think about it. And then just before Christmas, I bought a bottle of Prosecco, which instantly made me think about having a drink in a bag. Even though I was like over 100 days sober and clean. And it comes up on you sometimes when you least expect it. So I think the ability to crave for me is still there, but it's making sure that you do the things and you put things in place so that you're not in that position. So for me, like, I won't go to certain places anymore. I won't bother with certain people anymore. And if I did still bother with those people and if I did still go to those places, I think I would still have the cravings. But because I've changed my life around and I've obviously changed that what I do, that has helped the cravings go away. Don't get me wrong, like in the first couple of months, like we had snow, and I used to find snow a trigger, because like if we got snowed in, the first thing I would do is have a sesh. Or like if I couldn't get out or whatever, it would be like a snow day would be a drinking day. Do you know what I mean? And like any excuse I used to use to have a drink, to be honest. And yeah, like I said, some days you can be absolutely fine, and then like tonight I'm in a bit of a bad mood, and the old me would have looked for a drink to cure that bad mood when it doesn't enter my head anymore. And I'm like 118 days now, but I did get to 150 days and I relapsed. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't even craving it when I relapsed. It was just the fact that I put myself in a really stupid situation. Like I went back to the old pub I used to go to with people I used to bother with, and if you do that, you're going to be in a position where you're around people that are doing it and you're more likely to relapse. But in terms of cravings, like I found that they went away the more I did for myself. So like making sure that every time I had a craving, I distracted myself, making sure I tried to replace my natural dopamine by going swimming and doing things like that. You can't just put the drink down, put the bag down and expect to not miss it, because you are going to miss it, because it's been a massive part of your life. But the first time I got sober and clean, I didn't do any work on myself at all, didn't have any therapy, didn't do any exercise, things like that, and didn't do any journaling or whatever. And doing all of those things is really important, because it means that you are checking in every day and you're being accountable, and reminding yourself daily why you started this journey is really important as well. So I mean, the cravings, if you carry on bothering with the same people and you carry on doing the same things, the cravings are going to continue to be there, in my opinion. If you do things to help yourself and you put things in place and you're very ritualistic about it, like I'm quite like stuck in my ways now with certain things, and I will only go to certain places, I will only do certain things, and I will only bother with certain people. And I find that if I waver from that, that's when it starts to go wrong. So like, for example, when I bought a bottle of Prosecco over Christmas, that was out of character for me, because I promised this time round I wasn't going to touch non-alcoholic drinks. And as soon as I bought that Prosecco, I started to get the voices in my head again. So I know, just because of that, like obviously I put that away and I was like, I'm not drinking that Prosecco. I can't go near non-alcoholic drinks. So I know now what my triggers are. It took me a long time to get there, but I think you learn that as you go along. And it's, you're not going to know straight away what your triggers are. You're going to learn in time, and you may have to relapse a few times before it sticks. Like I've relapsed, and, I'm not proud of it, but I did learn a lot from that. I learned why I relapsed and what I could have done to prevent it. And I think if you put things in place that will really help you and make sure that you've got something as a distraction and whatever, then that's really important. Like I don't let myself go on Facebook Friday to Monday, because I know that I'll see a lot of things that I don't want to see, like people out in pubs and whatever. And I used to go and watch my boyfriend play darts on a Friday night. I don't do that anymore. I won't go to those places. I won't do those things. But if I was on Facebook every Friday, Saturday, and I saw all my friends out drinking, it's going to get to you eventually, So yeah, I do hide away from it in lots of ways, but it's what keeps me safe, and it's what I'm happy doing. And it's peace of mind for me, because I don't miss what I don't see, So a lot of it, I think, is distraction. But the more work you do on yourself, the easier it will be. And the sooner you'll be able to put it to the back of your mind. I hope that helps.